Okay, back to work. So believe it or not, I actually have stuff to talk about this week. Well, it's not updates for Talk Less, sadly. We'll be looking at doing that in the next couple of weeks. It's the set about the project currently in the design phase, Right Life. Basically, this episode is just me going off on a bit of a tangent, so I thought I'd spice it up with a bit of split game footage. I've been playing way too much of it when I really should be working. Oh, and by the way, this next bit's going to be entirely unscripted, so expect a lot of pauses, filler, and me checking my notes. And yes, this whole series is unscripted. I know. Don't make it obvious at all. So while we've been doing design for Right Life, we've been thinking a lot about how we want to structure the platform. And it's caused me to go into a specific argument which I think is quite interesting. So, in a number of social media, they use a very similar type of system, and some of them focus more on one side, some of them focus more on the other. So today we're going to have the discussion about what I call the user versus the tag. Basically, most social medias have some kind of user identification. Instagram, Reddit, Facebook, Twitter. I would say Twitter is the most common example for what I'm about to talk about. Although if we were to use it in Right Life, we'd focus it more like Reddit does. So, Twitter is the best example for what I was thinking of. So you have the user, the individual, who you can see their specific interests, and it's much more personalised. And then you have the tag, which is much more community-based, in the same way that Reddit subreddits are. So if you look at the tag, you can see tons of people who are interested in the same thing, for better or for worse. So we've been trying to discuss which one we should prioritise for Right Life. I feel like both of them are going to have some kind of impact. There's a hair in my face. I feel like both of them are going to have some kind of impact. I'm going to put my notes down because that's as far as I got it. Yeah. They're both going to have some kind of impact, but I'm not sure which one we're going to prioritise more. Because the user... I don't know whether we should anonymise users of Right Life or not. I think that you should have the option to be in contact with people you know on the platform. Whether we will allow new users to discover other random new users is an interesting one. Like, that's surely the point of a social media, but at the same time, it's been proven that that can be very dangerous. It honestly depends on how our research comes up. Because we're going to be doing a lot of research with professionals in this field, talking to social media personalities, see what they believe. Things like that. And lots of more standard traditional research as well. But basically it's just those two. Like, the tag is a lot more community based, but it kind of depersonalizes everyone, puts everyone into a mob mentality, kind of. Like, there are certain subreddits where that mob mentality is blatantly clear. And meanwhile, the person, well, then you're just identifying someone, then you can basically track someone down. So there's downsides to either, but there's also upsides. With the user, you can have more personal experience. If you know someone, you can look through things they're interested in, get interested in things they're interested in, things like that. And with the tag, you can talk with like-minded people and share interests. So I feel like this argument does also have to factor into the moderation argument, because Right Life is going to be, as far as I'm aware, the heaviest moderated platform that exists. Every single post on the platform will be moderated by at least 2, if not 3 people by the time it is released. Because Right Life, as I said before, is designed to be what I call a social media. So what we're going to do with it is going to be quite interesting. I have no worries about moderation taking too long on the platform, because A, the platform is designed to be slow anyway, because it's designed to calm the speed of outrage, as other social medias have, particularly Twitter as an example. And it's also, frankly, not going to be that big a social media. Like, if it takes off, great, we'll just hire more people to keep monitoring the platform. And like, to be clear, one of those set as moderators is community based. So, and then the other set is right life based, and if there's a third, that's if something's gone wrong on either side and it has to get passed through. Excuse me. So, I reckon I'm going to try and come up with a reasonable conclusion to this. How long have I been going for? 7 minutes. To be fair, I know not all of that is usable. I don't know. I think we'll definitely end up using both of them. Both systems will be integrated. But I think the original plan was always to use a more tag-based system, a more community-based system, and defocus on the individual unless you directly follow them. Like, I have a plan for if you connect with a user, if you follow them, you will have the choice on whether you want to see their posts in your feed, whether you want to see their likes in your feed, whether you want to see things that they specifically recommend to you, because that's going to be an option. You can recommend stuff to people, whether you see that in your feed, because yeah, that means you have complete control over what of other people's that you see. Because yeah, you might follow someone, but you might not want to see what they're liking. So yeah, in summary, to answer the debate that I started, we're probably going to go tag based. And I didn't know this until the start of this episode. You heard it here first. Yeah, we'll probably go tag based with a slight defocusing on the user, but the user will still be prevalent if you are connected. Yeah, that's the end of that discussion. And I have no way to close out the episode. So that was the user versus tag debate. Come back next week for something else.